Welcome in. Sit back, relax. Let divine white light fill your space. Let the archangels surround your space. Breathing into that root chakra. Breathe out down to the ground. Thank you for consenting, Sophia. I give myself permission to take the time and take up space here. Take the time and take up space here. I give myself permission to be guided by my highest divine self. How are we feeling this Monday? I give myself permission to open closed doors tonight. Ooh, I like that, but it's very fitting with the theme or the title tonight, which is Come As You Are. Breathe in again to that root chakra, connecting with earth. Breathe out down into the ground, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with stability, connecting with peace, connecting with safety. Make sure those hips get a lot of heat here. Feel magnetic to the ground. Feel like the ground is pulling them down to comfort you, to get you centered, to find your peace. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Welcome in. How are you feeling today? How are we feeling after the new moon energy? Give myself permission to find purpose tonight. Find purpose in my healing tonight. Whitney, welcome in. No, I was late as well, so you're kind of on time too. In terms of when I got on. But welcome in. Let's connect more deeply with that root chakra. And look, I'm wearing a bright red, kind of like sweater thingy. Perfect. We're gonna do lots of grounding work today. I want us to feel really settled, I think is the word. So breathe in again to that root chakra. Breathe out down into the ground, exchanging your energy with the ground and bringing it back up into the root chakra. Ate way too much dinner tonight. I did too. Same. I let my nephew make my dinner tonight. He works at Sonic, so, and he's the cook, so I went up there and he made me my dinner. I ate way too much too, and had a cherry limeade on top of it. I give myself permission to spread peace within me. Really focus on that. Let that bounce around in your brain for a minute. Karina, welcome in. How are you? How's your Monday? What is Papavinos? I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Yeah, I was too tired. I was like, you know what? I'm way too tired. I'm way too hungry. I'm gonna go get something. Lauren, welcome in. How are you? How are you feeling after all of the energy you got? You had lead, you had divine feminine, you had the candles, you had two channels. One channel, one and another candle from lead. How are you feeling after all of that? And Alyssa too, you got hit with a bunch of energy. How are you feeling? Italian restaurant, that sounds good. I cultivate peace within my body. I cultivate peace within my energy. Oh, Karina, I will send out the replay shortly. Do not worry. I'll get that sent out tonight so you can dive into it. It was a very interesting one. We released a lot from the womb space and connected with Mother Earth. You'll see. It was a very interesting time. Ready for a nap? Same. I think we're all ready for a nap. But guess what, guys? So the winter solstice has arrived. So days are going to start getting longer now. So maybe we won't feel so tired at the end of the day now. Oh, Karina. Yeah, you need to just take some time, relax, chill out here and then dive into that session when you have time. Just nurture yourself. Can we talk about how good that color looks on you? Thank you. It's bright red. I was like, I don't know if it's too much, it's too bright. Thank you. I do like red. So, thank you. I give myself permission to be hopeful. Is the music too loud or is it okay? I can't, it's hard for me to gauge sometimes. Miss Green, how are you? Welcome in. How are you feeling? And thank you for the heart me. I completely missed that. I don't know what I was doing, but thank you. And thank you for the Go Popular, Mrs. Green. So tonight's theme, again, as you probably read, is Come As You Are. So that's really what I want you to do every time we're working together. Every time we're on live or in a private session, I want you to accept yourself as you are here and now, so we can really get into the depths of your energy. We get there without judgment. We get there without, thinking that we need to be at a higher level or a quote unquote higher level than what we are. At the same time, we're not dwelling on anything. Just come as you are and relax and breathe. There's no judgment here. There's no need to try to rush here. The energy is going to get you what you need when you need it here. Doing good. Looking forward to this every week. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here. Today is better day, thankfully. Good, Lauren. I'm so glad. Leela, welcome in. How are you? How have you been? I give myself permission to accept my energy as it is, just like we were talking about. No judgment. Where do you feel your energy at right now? I want you to take stock of that, actually, if you're going to hang out for a bit. I am good. Thank you for asking. I'm just a little tired, but it's winter, or it gets dark early still. Thank you for the heart, me, Leela. That's just kind of how it is. But other than that, really good. So take stock of where you are right now. How are you feeling? What's going on in your head? What do you feel inside of your body? And then we'll take stock here in just a little bit again. I feel something wanting to come out of like the shoulders and chest area. Pain of rejected love, or love that doesn't feel reciprocated. Let's let go of that. This can be inside a romantic relationship. This can be within the family, whatever context, within, a friendship. So breathe into the chest and into the shoulders. Breathe out. I release from all places and spaces the fear, the vibration of rejected love or unreciprocated love. I let it go from my body. I let it go more specifically from the space in which I define my worth. Let it go. Breathe in and breathe out. Taking conscious breaths. I release this from the center of my worth. I release this from the duty of guiding my worth. And let's ramp up that center of self-worth. Bringing fire to the worth. Literally, I want you to see a fire burning. As we breathe in, we're feeding the fire. Breathe out, it gets bigger. I pour into myself. I pour into my own worth. I am creating my own worth. Breathing in, feeding it, breathing out, it grows bigger. How are we feeling here? How does that topic, or how did it feel hearing those words, acknowledging maybe where you're letting someone else's view of you drive your worth? Thank you for the follow, Crypto. Welcome in. I give my worth permission to define itself. Thank you, Mrs. Green, for liking the live, and thank you, Crypto. We're taking back power and strength, and we're stepping into empowerment. So again, My self-worth feeds itself. I feed my own flame. I detach others' perceived worth of me because it's not the truest reflection of your worth, right? Not always. Not in a lot of cases. Not in most cases, I would say. Thank you for the rose, Crypto. Thank you for the lightnings, especially when it comes to someone who isn't reciprocating with you, right? So they're not seeing something they don't, something they want to see. But again, that is not completely indicative of your worth, right? Maybe you're just not a vibrational match. Maybe they just don't have the space or capacity and they don't know how to tell you that, right? So releasing that from all spaces and places, and the flame of self-worth rises. Ooh, we're kind of shifting gears a little bit. This is interesting. We're going to the topic of shyness. So this is you. Hang on for a minute here. And if you already feel confident, this is going to boost your confidence even more. So it doesn't matter which end of the spectrum you're on here. I give myself permission to release shyness around self-expression and asking for what I want. Coming to the table, being open about what I want. Breathing out gently. Ooh, raining down confidence. It looks like sparkly silvery energy, almost like a sparkler actually, raining down over your energy. I come to the table confidently, showcasing what I want, not just asking. We're not just asking that someone give us something. Thank you for the Tom Christmas, Leela. We're saying, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is what I like. I'm just simply putting it out here. It's up to you if you want to give it. And it's up to me to decide if you have what I think I want and need. Thank you for the lightnings, Crypto. Thank you for the Rosa, Erica. How does that feel vibrationally for you? Acknowledging that, talking about that. Good. Just come to the table confidently. It's been a really hard month. I'm glad to be here. I am so glad you're here, Leela. Sit back, relax. I think this is a perfect live for you. Feels great. Good. So again, just releasing a bit more shyness out of the back. It feels like it's coming out of the spine. For some, you may identify with the word maybe hesitation a bit more than shyness. So releasing that out of the spine, from all spaces and places, out of the nervous system. Been a busy weekend. Glad to be here. I'm so glad you're here, Cassidy. I build up my strength to walk in the energy of what I want. So this means you don't even have to open your mouth to really convey what it is that you want and need. The way that you walk, the way that you move, the way that you interact with people just naturally tells people what it is that you require. If they're going to have some sort of deeper relationship with you, again, whether that's a friendship or, keeping a family bond together or having a romantic relationship, you just naturally showcase it. Your energy naturally asks it of people. I feel like some nerves came up a little bit here. So let's go into the tummies. I've gotten a lot done, but I feel like I'm not doing enough. Cassidy, stop right there. Stop right there. And lean into what feels good to do. Thank you for liking the Lauren. Lauren, oh my God. I just said thank you for liking the Lauren. Thank you for liking yourself though, Lauren, as well. And also thank you for liking the live. And thank you, Mrs. Green. Oh my gosh, that was great. Maybe that was a message you needed, Lauren. I don't know. Jessica, how are you? Welcome in. Where have you been? All right, into the tummies. Let's correct some nerves. Let's release some nerves. Ooh, I filed a petition for dissolution of marriage this week. Jessica, oh my gosh. Sending you tons of incredible energy, tons of strength, tons of just like go-getter energy, tons of energy honoring yourself. With my man friend staying busy. Good. I'm glad you're staying busy. And definitely that last part I said, sending you tons of energy to honor yourself as you move through the transition. Because it'll be a transition, but I'm sure you already know that. Sending tons of energy for that too. Stop it, Lauren. Well, I guess the universe was telling you. You know how sometimes, like, if you reframe something, you know, if someone thanks you for something, like you don't feel like you did anything, but someone thanks you for it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes me feel good. Yeah, okay, I get it. I get what I did, and you'll do it again. I feel like that's what the universe was doing. Like it was pre-thanking you, so you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that now. I love it. We've been separated for about a year. Now it's just going through all the technicalities. Oh, Jessica. Well, sending tons of energy that everything goes as smoothly as it can. The whole transition. Absolutely. Denise, welcome in. How are you? Welcome in. All right, pulling out some nerves from the tummy. You don't really have to do anything here. The only thing really that I want you to do, thank you for the roses, Cassidy and Denise. The only thing I really want you to do is just acknowledge any nerves you may be feeling, any anxiousness you may be feeling. Breathe into it consciously. Breathing in, breathe out, let me pull. Pulling out the nerves and throwing them away in the energy trash can over here, if you will. So imagine there's like a trash can floating over here in the universe, and I'm throwing it away in there. I was stuck on still being nice today, and man friend was like, don't be, stop. You know, sometimes it's good to have that outside perspective. And you know, even as a healer, we've talked about this. I am not one of those healers who's like, oh, positive love and light, because it's unrealistic. We operate from a place of realism here. However, doing this energy healing work will just make you naturally more kind of love and light as it is. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that sometimes not everything deserves your kindness. Maybe it just deserves neutrality. You know what I mean? So it's sometimes good to have that outside perspective of someone be like, look, you're giving a little too much energy where you don't need to give it, you know? I need to make sure my mind is clear so I can really focus on what I have planned art music wise. Yes. And I don't think I finished my thought to you, Cassidy, when you were talking about feeling like you haven't been doing enough, but you've done a lot. I really want you to focus on doing what feels good, like doing the task that feels good, then the one after that that feels good. The ones that feel good are going to give you the biggest results, right? So really, I mean, you're going to have to push yourself a little bit at times, right? But really focus on, okay, is this the piece that makes me feel good to work on now? Do I feel the inspired action with it right now? You know what I mean? Releasing more anxiety here. Cassidy, I feel like a lot of this is coming from you. Ooh, breathe in deeply. Breathe out. Release, release. That's going to make me burp. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. Ooh. I give myself permission to honor the depths at which I feel. That may have sounded a little interesting the way it was phrased, but let me say it again. I give myself permission to honor the depths at which I feel. Basically, that's saying how you feel is valid, right? But it really wants you to focus on how deeply you feel, giving that depth validity. It's not crazy. It's not stupid. Feeling deeply is a privilege, feeling deeply is a gift. Learning how to work with it can be a little tough, but I promise you when you do, it's the best thing ever. I'm dealing with anxiety, but from the need to protect my space, dealing with a mean neighbor. Oh, Mrs. Green, I am so sorry. I have been there before, and that is one of the worst things ever because it's your home. And it's not like everyone can just pick up and leave, right? So definitely sending tons of energy that the spaces can calm down. It's not right for anyone to be able to disturb someone's living space. You know, that's a real big thing for me, for sure, because I've been there, done that. I'm so sorry. I had it happen to me back in 2020, back when I was still with my husband and he was deployed, and this male neighbor, this grown man neighbor, knew he was gone, and used that to be extremely unkind to me and do things to my property, knowing that he was gone. So I don't take kindly to that. Yeah, did get my lick back, and he got evicted. So, but I don't take kindly to that. So anyway, leave that there. Thank you for the finger hearts, Cassidy. You know, I may have, put some words in the right ears, and what happened happened. Thank you, Cassidy, for the let 'em cook. All right, breathing in again to the stomach. I want you to really acknowledge any anxiety that you're feeling. Thank you for is it Jolly Christmas? Thank you, Erica. So acknowledge that is there. The thing you don't want to do is try to push something down. Did you, Lanaya? Congratulations. What kind of card did you get? So breathing in, acknowledging the anxiety. Give it a color, give it a name, give it a shape, give it a face, whatever it is. Breathe out. Send it out into the universe. Push it as far as you can. I give myself permission to have hope. We're replacing that space with hope. A 2022 Hyundai Elantra. Congratulations, Lanaya. That is so exciting. Breathing in again, gathering it up again. Again, acknowledge it. What is it? What color is it? What is it doing? How is it vibrating? Breathe it out as far as you can out into the universe. The universe is going to take this energy and it's going to clean it, if you will. It's going to transform it. It's going to change it. Because energy cannot be destroyed, but it can be changed. You can morph it into something else. So the universe is going to recycle this and clean it. It's gone. It's done. I allow myself to be more hopeful, instilling that into the space we took the anxiety. Thank you, Cassidy, for liking the live. And I'm sorry for anyone I'm missing. I keep closing my eyes a lot, as you probably see. So I can see things. I can hear better too when I close my eyes. Don't ask me why. Just one of those things. I guess because it's one less, thing that's stimulating me. I allow myself to be more hopeful. Yes, 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 yes. Bringing in hope to rise above, to lift above. When you allow yourself to rise above, it allows for a lot of things to not be able to reach you. Now, that doesn't mean that things won't happen. A lot of things won't, however, but when things do happen, they're not allowed to affect you like they maybe were hoping they would. They're not allowed to go as far as maybe they were hoping they would. When you have elevated into this space of hopefulness where you're like, whatever happens, I'm figuring it out and I'm taking control of the situation. You get what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Cassidy. Molly, how have you been? Welcome in. Everybody, if you don't know Molly Soap Bubbles, hang on, I'm gonna pin you for a second. Thank you for the heart, me, Molly. Molly makes a lot of things, but I love her especially for her magnesium cream, her lotions that help you go to sleep. She has some great skincare out now that I need to try. She has natural deodorants. I've missed you too, Molly. I need to make another order with you. But everything she has, I love. So check out Molly. I highly, highly vouch for the magnesium cream as well. Put you right to sleep. I allow myself to let creativity flow easily, naturally, without anxiety. Yes. So yeah, that's Molly. All right. I want to work just a little bit more on the anxiety piece. Lotions that help you go to sleep. Yes, so they're magnesium lotions. So I really like to put them on my feet to soak in, but you can like put it around your neck. You can really put it anywhere, but just know it's not like a typical lotion. You know, it's for the purposes of you to absorb magnesium. So it's more of like, you know, your spot treating with it. Molly, if you're still in here, you can explain more if you want, whatever you want to do. But I really like putting it on my feet and then putting socks on to relax and just like zone out. Are they? Oh no. Goodness. I don't know why it's happening. Maybe because of the end of the, I don't know. Maybe the end of the year and a lot of people are advertising a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Would make sense if that's the case. Oh goodness. We're gonna have to make up words. What can we call your lotion? I don't know. Sleepy time lotion? Would that be bad? I don't know. Something like that. Anti-coffee lotion? That's a good one. Yeah, I did get a restriction the other night for talking about soul work, and I was like, okay, cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Molly. Thank you for watching out. Yeah, you just kind of never know what's going to happen, though, you know? You just never know. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, I've been talking about this stuff the entire time, but okay, now I get one. That's fine, whatever. Could you? Huh. Maybe. I'm not well versed enough in all that to know. All right, let's breathe into the stomach some more. I want to bring in cloud energy. Molly, don't you have something scented with like cloud 9 or something? That's coming to mind. So bringing in some soft cloud energy into the stomachs. EP cream. That's a good one. EP cream. Bringing in softness, bringing in stability, bringing in relaxation. Let the universe take a weight off your shoulders here. We're in the clouds, we're amongst the divine. We're in a place of safety, we're in a place of nourishment, we're in a place of expansion. We're in a place where everything can be untangled. Let that bring comfort. We untangle here and we find relief. I think your cloud, if it's called Cloud 9, Molly, I think that's the scent I always want to eat. I'm like, it smells like it tastes so good. I feel like a chilly spring day with dewy grass and crickets chirping, if that makes sense. Yes, I want you to feel that. Keep bringing that feeling in. letting these clouds just bring as much softness as you can handle here. I do want you to start getting kind of sleepy. I do want you to feel like your body has had, like, you know, a deep tissue massage, and now you're just completely loose, completely, you know, relaxed. Almost said loosey-goosey. Why not? Your body feels loosey-goosey here. I give myself permission to just breathe, especially during this week. If you celebrate the holidays or you're going to go spend time with some people during the holidays, it can be hectic. It can be a lot. Even if you don't celebrate the holidays, there's just a lot going on around, and it can affect you too, right? I always get sleepy being here no matter what. I love it. Allowing yourself to just take a big deep breath in. Breathe out. It's okay that you've been stressed. It's okay. But we're going to shift it here now. We're going to shift the outlook. We're going to shift the energy. We're going to start operating from a place of peace, from a place of softness. And the only way I can really think of how to describe this is to not take everything so seriously. Letting more roll off your backs, leading by example and showing others how to let things roll off their backs. Only leading with urgency when you absolutely have to. How are we feeling? Let all the worries drop to the floor. Ooh, it feels like it's coming out of some hips. Let any worries release from the hips. But I really want to focus on tonight, like we have been, when we're releasing something, I want you to give it some kind of quality. So when I'm feeling this stuff come out of the hips, does it have a color? Does it have a temperature? Does it have a shape? Is it bright? Is it, you know, dark? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Breathe into it. Gather it up, release. Letting it fall to the ground. You can choose to let small things get to you and determine your day, or you can let it go. Exactly. Anxious, but mostly because today is the third day, not... Oh, James, that's a journey. Changing your mindset about small inconveniences really changes your life. It so does. Yes, I released this loud, heavy stress. Yes, Mrs. Green. The second I started to change my mindset about this stuff, my days in life improved. I swear, yes, it will. And I think I've shared before that I was one of those people who was always so uptight about everything. And now I'm very relaxed about a lot of things. Like, some people would probably be like, you maybe should be a little more worried than you are. And I'm like, no, and I'm not gonna be. I'm one of those people who like really loves for things to flow. Everything's not an emergency, but when it is, we'll deal with it. And James, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you're feeling that way, and you might get a little jealous, but I can smoke a whole pack tomorrow and I'll be fine if I quit and put it down and never do it again. Like, I've never had to deal with that stress of quitting, but I've heard it's rough, so sending you lots of energy. I'm so sorry. Less stress, like less anxiety. I'd rather save my worry for things I'm passionate about. Exactly. All right, let's do it again. Breathing into the hips, gathering up anything that's been bothering you, anything that feels really heavy. Breathe out, release it down to the ground. Letting it go, especially through the feet, down to the ground. Let's open up the hips now. Let's create more space, because down in these lower chakras, like we've talked about, but you know, I always explain in case anyone is new stumbling in here, down in the hips, down in the stomach, this is where those lower chakras reside, where they store confidence, where they store stamina, where they really store like the base of your life force energy. So we want to make sure that the hips are really open and you're not dulling or hiding your life force energy. You're not dulling or hiding your passion, your determination, your energy and strength. Thank you for the roses, Cassidy. So I'm going to gently send some energy to open them up. You may feel some pressure actually as we do this. Could feel a little tingly, but it's all normal. It's kind of like we're snapping them back into place, like putting them back where they should be. Let them gently open. Let them gently rotate. I give myself permission to be seen. We talk about being seen a lot. Thank you for the sweaty teddy. I love that. Wait, I think I've seen that one before. Oh, it's literally a teddy that's like working out. That's why he's sweaty. Love that. I had to click on it to see it. We talk a lot about being seen. If you want to make improvements in your life, if you want to make changes in your life, you have to be seen in some capacity. Thank you for the rose, Eric. Welcome in, and thank you for liking the live. You do have to get comfortable with being seen to a certain degree. Thank you, Maddie, for following. Welcome in. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to go get up on a stage and speak to people. This doesn't mean you have to, go be in a movie or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about being seen. But you do have to be okay with people seeing you move on your journey. So that's people in your life. That could be strangers on the street. You do have to let yourself be open a bit and be okay with the fact that sometimes people are going to get a glimpse of what you're going through. So I release any fear of being seen. I release any restrictions around being seen. I let myself be open and honest and allow myself to flow honestly. So think about walking down a sidewalk. You're walking down a sidewalk and people are passing you. And you're like, you know what? It doesn't feel flowy over here. So I'm going to go ahead and let myself move over here. So maybe you have to walk in front of someone and walk around them to get to the course you want to be on. And maybe you're a little nervous about doing it, but here I want you to be able to look at that person and say, excuse me, I just need to go in front of you and go around you to get to where I need to be. You're okay with being seen. You're okay with verbalizing that you needed to do something. You're okay with verbalizing that you needed to change something. And you were okay with whatever reaction they were going to have because it's what you needed to do to be in your flow. Does that make sense? Does that analogy kind of make sense? I love how this song, I don't know if you can hear it very well, it feels kind of flowy. It's like the way that the music moves is very flowy here. Let's do a little bit more lower chakra work and then I feel like we should go into the heart. I feel some people's energy kind of wanting to like push any heart work away, like, oh, I don't know if I want to go there. You might talk about love, you might talk about emotion, but we're gonna go there anyway. In a minute we'll do a bit more lower chakra work like I just said. So lighting up the lower three chakras, so the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. I give myself permission to be equally balanced in these chakras. Give my energy equal balance, equal pleasure, equal play, equal calibration. And just calibrating them a little bit more. Tarot and Ferrets, where have you been? How are you feeling? All right, are we ready to head up into the heart? Are we ready to go? Let's float on up to the heart space and the throat chakra. They go together. They're right next to each other. I am good. Thank you for asking. How are you feeling for the week of the holidays? How is everyone feeling this week? Feeling a little crazy? Eyes are getting so heavy. Oh, Cassidy. So now as we float up into the heart space, I'm hearing the phrase giving too much. Maybe some people feel like they're afraid. Well, actually, that's exactly what I feel. You feel afraid of giving too much, outpouring too much. And it's caused an undefined edge in this energy. So let's try to redefine this here. Is this hitting for you, Tarot? Roses, welcome in. How are you? Happy Monday. What is this you're asking? What we're doing? So yes, the basis of this is Reiki. I'm formally trained in Reiki. I'm master level. I can teach Reiki, but as I've experimented with my Reiki, practice with my Reiki, it has now morphed into what I call divine channeling. So I'm still using Reiki, but I'm also hearing things from the universe. And as I speak them, the words that I speak are helping to elevate your energy, untangle your energy, heal it, remove things from it. So that is what I am doing here. That is the way in which I work. So it's kind of a hybrid, if you will, of energy healing. So roses, this is a collective healing. So anything may come through for anybody. So we work on what is needed most in the group here. All right, so talking about that undefined edge I was feeling. Thank you for the Go Popular Tarot. I release the pressure of giving too much from my heart to other people. Instead, I think of it in terms of giving what feels in alignment. Now, sometimes what feels in alignment may not be reciprocated, all right? But that doesn't mean it was wrong. It just means maybe it wasn't the time for the other person. And maybe it was a moment for you to learn and grow, right? So releasing again that pressure of giving or feeling like you're not giving enough or giving too much as well on the other end of the spectrum. I give exactly what is in alignment with my energy, and I am at peace with giving it. That's where I want you to really think. That's where I want you to sit when you're getting ready to give. What feels in alignment? That should be the first thought. That should be the leading thought, right? That's really how you should think in terms of any situation. What feels in alignment to do? That's the most important thing. What makes you feel grounded? What makes you feel like it's going to nourish you, right? And hang on, let me change the way I'm sitting. I sit all day for my day job, and then I sit here. I have a standing desk. Most of you probably know, and you're probably like, well, just use it, Carolyn. Use the standing desk. I'm really bad at it, so my feet swell a little bit, so I have to move my feet to keep them from swelling. I'm so awful. I have a walking pad. I have even like a pedal thing under my desk. I'm just so bad about not using them, and I really need to. All right. I feel like the hearts are looking a little more defined. That wasn't so hard, right? Just think of what's in alignment. I know. And like, so for my day job, I'm effectively working 9 hours, right? When you take into account lunch. And I'm constantly like doing something on 2 screens. I'm constantly like entering some kind of information. I'm having to look for something. And sometimes I just need to be still. So I can't do those. And sometimes it's even hard just standing, trying to concentrate. I'm like, I need to really sit down and focus at what I'm doing. So I'm bad at it. It's like when you're driving in the car and you have to turn down the music when you're in an unfamiliar place and you're trying to find where you're supposed to turn. Like, that's kind of how it is all day for me. I'm trying to figure out what I need to be looking at, what I'm supposed to send where, who am I supposed to be talking to. It's nuts. So maybe one day I'll figure it out. I'll find my alignment, find my balance. Yeah, it is kind of a lot, but you get used to it. Like, we have a lot of really great resources, so it's not like I'm just thrown to the wolves and can't figure anything out. But we do have to be fast thinking. But we have a really great team. We have really great support. But it can be a lot sometimes, yeah. That's just kind of the nature of the biz and what I do during the day. All right, let's go up into the throat now. I see some glass that needs to be broken in the throat. So let's tap on this glass. Go get some sleep, Cassidy, if you're sleepy. Don't try to stay up and force it. Literally the other night I was so sleepy my eyes were looking like this. Like, I looked pitiful. So I feel you. Don't let yourself start looking like that. Go to sleep when you need to go to sleep. You are so welcome. All right, so what's going on in the throat here that we need to break some glass? It's like if I go too far, then I'm gonna unleash waters I can't tame. No, that's not true. The universe needs you to know, no, it's not true. You're building up pressure by not letting things release, by not expressing things. And this pressure can create and unleash something that could be hard to get control of. You get what I'm saying? So let's crack this glass and let's let the water ease out. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna show you, we're gonna let more and more water ease out to show you how much control you do have. And that just made me burp. Okay, you might burp through this, not uncommon. So breathe in. Breathing out, creating the first crack, letting the first spout of water out. Yes, Lauren, let this first little spout of water come out. I give myself permission to start expressing when I'm uncomfortable is what I hear first. Let that out, let it pour out. I release from all spaces and places any pressure that I have had built up around not expressing when I'm uncomfortable. Expressing when you're uncomfortable isn't rude. It can sound rude, right? We can make anything sound rude if we want to. But inherently, expressing when something does not feel right to you, it's okay. It's not wrong. That's what the universe really needs you to know first. Expressing when something needs to be shifted so that you can feel good is okay. Let's create another crack. We're just going right into it. Creating another crack and letting more water come out. Oh, this makes me really thirsty. And I have all of my bottles of water empty over here. Have a little bit of a collection as well I need to get rid of. That's my ADD, my water bottle collection over here. Opening up the gates a little more to let more refreshing water come out. Oh, I give myself permission to actually be heard. So the volume of my voice is actually loud. The words that I say are actually clear. I let them be bright. I let them be airy. I let them be sparkly. Interesting way to describe all these things, but there it is. My voice deserves to be heard. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. I was like, this is a pretty bright red. Like it is red. It didn't look this red on the screen when I ordered it, but thank you. I like it. It's a little like oversized sweater, or that's what they call it, was oversized sweater from Amazon. I forget the seller, but yeah, I like it. It's comfortable. It's very soft. I think they actually sell this sweater here on TikTok Shop, but it wasn't going to get here in time for me to wear it because I was thinking about wearing it for Christmas Eve. But I think you can get it both here on TikTok Shop and Amazon. It's like a waffle weave sweater, if that helps, if anybody wants it. Thank you. Have you Have you heard of the 12 Magical Nights ritual? I have not. What is that? It does not ring a bell for me. I do, if you're talking about, you know, like kind of witchcraft things, I do dabble in that. I do work with that. We do candle rituals every full and new moon. But most of my work or my craft is in this space, in this kind of context. So I don't know what that is. But while I'm doing this, please feel free to explain, because I am curious of what that means or what you do. All right, let's make another crack. Actually, wait. Before you make another crack, let's just reinforce that your voice is meant to be loud. Your voice being loud is beautiful. Thank you for liking the live. Your voice deserves to take up space. It deserves to echo. It deserves to, is it reverberate? Vibrate, whatever. Reverberate off the walls here. Let your voice be heard. Let its magic be heard. Let its smile be heard. Letting those waters gently come out of your throat. How are you feeling? You feel like you can handle these things we've talked about so far when it comes to your throat chakra? Feeling okay? Feeling like, okay, I think I've got control. I don't think this is gonna run away. Good, okay. Let's just let this flow for a second, I'm hearing, before we move on to the next thing. It's a witchy thing for Yule. Write down 13 manifestations, then burn one each night until January 2nd. No, I didn't know that. That sounds very empowering, what I feel from that. It feels like really like solidifying your manifestations. And the last one you work on for the new year. I like that. I might play around with that, because normally what we do is we manifest all year. So during the new moons we manifest, there's a new moon every month. Then during the full moons we make space, we reflect, we open doors. So we kind of do that all year long with our new and full moon ceremonies, but I would like to experiment with that too. To me, you can't do enough, right? Like you can do the moon cycles, you can do that 12-day ritual. Intention is amazing. Working with intention, working with your emotions, exploring more of that, you know, you can never do enough of it. That sounds really cool. When I read it, it felt very empowering. The burned ones are released for the universe to take care of. That's very interesting. Yeah, I liked the vibe it had when I read it. That's really cool. No, I'd never heard that. Thank you for sharing. I didn't know anything about it. Yeah, let's all experiment with it. Let's all do it and then come back together and talk about it. I think that's really cool. I just saw Bandit come in. Are you here to cause trouble? Maybe Bandit will pop up in a minute here. He's the resident comedian. All right, let's create another crack in the throat chakra. It started on the winter solstice, but you can start whenever. We can backtrack. We can speak to the universe and say, let's backtrack in the energy and burn the first one, right? And then come to present day. That can work. Me, trouble? No. Never. Because that's another interesting thing about time, right? Is that we perceive it as linear. But when you get out into outer space, the phrase from Doctor Who, it gets all timey-wimey. Like, time really isn't, in its truest nature, linear. It's kind of wacky. Things, or I guess what they pose is that things kind of are happening all at the same time. It's very, very interesting. So playing around with energy healing, this kind of work in time and space, has been really eye-opening, especially when it comes to like programs that I run or one-on-one sessions that I do. I've had clients tell me, they're like, all I did was commit to working with you and I already feel like it's working. And I'm like, I feel that too. I've noticed that too. It's like we've already have like done this work and we're just now becoming conscious of it. It's like the craziest thing I've ever experienced, but a lot of people have reported it. So just wanted to mention that. I just squealed at the mention of Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. Love it. All right, so let's crack the next part of the throat chakra. This one feels quite big. Bigger than the other ones that we have addressed. And this is an outpouring of love. This next flow of water is an outpouring of love, most specifically how you speak about yourself. The ways in which you describe yourself, the ways in which you talk about yourself, how you characterize yourself. This is a really big flow of water. So let's let this flow out for a moment. Also the circumstances around yourself, speaking love into those circumstances. Speaking love into your ability to shift the circumstances. Ooh, okay. Letting this flow out. I feel just a tad bit of itchiness around this, however. Just a little bit of pessimism around it. And I get it. I've been there, done that. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't already done the whole rodeo here. So, I give myself permission to see the reality of my ability to change. Hang on, I have to do a puzzle piece so they know I'm real. Yes, I'm really here. I give myself permission to shift into the reality of change. I give myself permission to leave behind the old attitudes and ways of thinking about my capability to change. How is that feeling? This is a little bit of a different one here. So really, the core of it being you can speak your life into existence. Just need this one to marinate for a minute. Let's keep letting it marinate. We're going to do a little bit more work around it. Keep letting this water flow. Don't try to stop this flow of water. Just let it be what it is right now, on top of these other topics. I give myself permission to speak with divine love, to find the words that match the divine love vibration that I wish to bring into the here and now. I give myself permission to release any itchiness I have around the thought, the feeling, the topic of love, and speaking that love into my life. I release any cords of embarrassment around expression of love. There it is. Now we're hitting it. Anytime that I was made to feel silly, or made to feel like I'm doing too much, or made to feel like I'm being too soft for expressing a passion about life and the things I want to achieve, I release that from all spaces and places and timelines, past, present, and future, releasing that from all familial lines. Having optimism for the future, having a passion for the future is not silly. Having a passion for yourself is not silly. If we find that silly, then what are we doing? Are we just staying still? Are we just knots on a log? What are we doing? What's going on? How is life happening if you allow yourself to sit in that energy and think that it's all silly? You get what I'm saying? So releasing that attitude out of all places and spaces, out of your energy, out of your timeline, out of your nervous system. Whew. How are we feeling now? Still feeling good over there? Still with me here? Thank you, Tara. You're like, oh yeah. Mrs. Green, yes, very much so. Thank you. I'm so glad you are. Because we were just really rocking and rolling right there. Thank you, Katie. Oh, it's gonna make me yawn. Let's just keep letting that water flow for a minute. And then I'm just kind of breaking the rest of the glass that's around. It's just kind of like an outer edge of glass. This glass isn't holding back any water. There's no reason for it to be here. It's kind of a comfort thing at this point. Breaking the rest of the glass, your throat chakra is open and flowing now. You know, sometimes we'll hold on to little bits of things because it's kind of comforting. But no, you need to realize it's free flowing. It's done. You did it. You're there. You're there and there's no turning back. No getting shy. No second guessing. Let yourself be completely passionate. Let me just do some physical work on the shoulders, just some relaxation on the shoulders as the throat continues to flow. Oh my gosh. Holy guacamole. I'm getting sleepy. I don't know about you guys. How are you feeling? I feel like I'm floating on water and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go to bed, which is funny because I was like, oh, I'm going to do a couple loads of laundry tonight. I'm going to mop the floor. I don't know about all that now. Calm but awake. Good. So just doing some physical work, shifting to the physical in the shoulders. If you notice, which you probably have, a lot of this energy work, it releases physically. So you may feel like, oh man, my shoulders kind of dropped and they feel a little bit sore now. Or you may feel it in another area. It can happen anywhere. But I am one that especially notices it in the shoulders for a lot of people and for myself. Like you'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much just like holding on to that thought or holding on to, you know, something that has been traveling down my family line the whole time. I didn't realize how it was making me carry my own body, the way it was, you know, making my shoulders stiff, or the way that it was causing me to kind of, you know, I don't know, walk, what's the word I'm looking for? Walk unsmoothly, whatever you want to call it. So really getting into those shoulders here. Giving them an energetic massage with lots of heat, lots of Reiki. Going across the tops of the shoulder and hitting that back part of the neck. I'm just hearing, it's just kind of almost, not quite a whisper, but it's just said in a very soft voice. I give myself permission to be a flowing participant in life. I give myself permission to flow in life. Thank you for the follow, Ashley. Welcome in. I give myself permission to find peace as I flow in life. Thank you for liking, Tara. As I move through the day today, as I move through the next obstacle, as I move through the next phase, I allow myself to just be flowing. I allow myself to always seek that alignment of flow. Thank you for liking, Lauren. I allow myself to be tapped into the divinest part of me. It's so interesting how it phrased it like that. When really what it feels like it's getting at, like we talked about, I think it was on Friday, allowing yourself to be led by your higher self. Oh, Lauren, I love that. I am led by the most divine part of me, which is my higher self. I am led by my divine energy here within me, which is my soul. I allow myself to match these vibrations, match the confidence of my higher self, and match the purpose of my soul. How are we feeling now? Are we feeling more loose, feeling more airy? I feel like a lot of the tension in the shoulders is gone. It's feeling good over here. Okay, now I'm getting sleepy. I love it. Thank you for the follow, Anna. Welcome in. Just relax. You've done a lot of work in this live. Done a lot of healing. You've done a lot of pushing yourself in the best way. You've done a lot of elevating, a lot of lifting, a lot of validating. And I feel like the energy is perfect now. So let me start tucking you in. What kind of energy burrito do you want to be tonight? All nice and snug. You can be anything you want to be. I've only ever had to tell one person they couldn't be something, and it was just something ridiculous. But in theory, you can be anything you want to be. Making sure you're nice and warm. And then wrapping you up, sealing